Hey, I want to do an update on Help Japan Co. And what's going on. You know, when I launched Help Japan Co., I really thought that between my very extensive community of folks and friends, and that I would easily be able to raise 50 to 100,000 and get someone in, in place. And a couple things happened and fell. Originally I was doing stuff with the idea of bringing water filtration systems. Was my first idea for Help Japan Co. Bringing water filtration systems to help. Well, the company that I was trying to work with wouldn't give me a contract, and I don't blame them, because one is the event was just getting going, and the fact is, I'm a nobody, right? Why would you sign an exclusive contract? Plus, by signing an exclusive contract, you're making me money, because anyone who buys the product has to buy it from me. Make sense? However, I needed the contract because, kind of like producing a film, I can't raise money with the idea that, hey, I'm going to have a contract. So the company basically, was holding off, and I was getting frustrated, where finally I told the CEO that he's a complete ponce. It was for not a good thing to do. So he responded basically saying, I'm not going to work with you or anyone else affiliated with Trout. So that's one hiccup that happened with Help Japan Co. Early on. The second hiccup was, my community did not step up. My friends, my families, my people that I know. Actually, my family, my father did, and other folks did. I mean, pretty much a third of the money that I raised through crowdfunding came from my family, right? And a very good friend. We raised about $3,500. However, with that said, what it did teach me was that this whole crowdfunding, hype is hype, and crowdfunding is probably the biggest lie being sold to the American people, because in reality, crowdfunding is good to raise about $3,000 to $5,000 probably, right? Unless you know rich people. If you know rich people and they're friends of yours, and then you could probably raise 100,000, right? I don't know how many rich people I know. Well, I mean, personally, no. I'm connected to a lot of rich people, but being connected and being able to call them your friends is two different things. And I even have a multi-millionaire who's friends, actually a couple friends, I consider friends, that basically, has never made it, a contribution to me, because they feel like they've already made the contribution as part of Southern Shakespeare Festival. And they put their life and investments and time and everything else. And they, it's funny because they think they've paid their dues, and they don't realize, well, they do realize I worked for free for those years, and I think they owe me. So, I have a very interested relationship. But however, what I learned was that the pledge campaign, though, can work. However, for me to do the pledge campaign, I need to set up Found-Ups Corp. So that's what I'm working on right now, and in order to go back to it. So it's going to take longer. We've had some hiccups here, but I'm still as committed to do whatever I can. All I can do is try, and I was hoping that by now we'd have water filtration systems in to all these places. We'd have something called the onsenlet up and developed, and all this stuff takes money, and the money's just not there. So we're going a slower rate. We're going to regather our, what we're doing. The other thing, expand the team, pull folks from Found-Ups Corp to assist, and just keep plugging forward. Japan is going to take the next 5 to 10 years to recover. These communities, you know, or the cleanup alone is tremendous, and it's, even though it's no longer hot news, the hardship that people are going through and everything else hasn't stopped. And so, you know, this is our basically our 3-month update here on Help Japan Co. We're still pulling things together, trying to get organized, and I'm going to keep trying, you know. And that's all I can do. So, thanks for your support. Thanks if you've contributed. Our campaign is coming to an end pretty soon. I'm not even going to be asking for any more contributions, just because what I've learned is how we need to do it is actually how I plan to do crowdfunding, where we raise 80% of it privately, and then we announced the remaining 20%. And at that time, I think people will participate, right?